What do you think? What's your best guess about what Kawhi will do?
I think he's going to the Lakers. The last numbers I was told by someone in the know, and this was after the meeting with the Raptors, was 50-50.
I believe you tweeted yesterday basically that it was very close.
Right. I believe it's more like, because I know Kawhi has had his eye on the Lakers. Like they started, I tweeted a week or so ago that the Lakers were his to lose. So they started out with an advantage. So I think that it's maybe 60-40, 55-65% Lakers over the Raptors. Kawhi, look, I don't think he's playing around with people. And I'd say the definitive reason he's not playing around is Danny Green. Danny Green's his great friend. There are some that'll tell you he's the only guy in the NBA that Kawhi talks with just regular, openly, just comfortably,
said
right?
That many times because he had to be included in that trade to Toronto or it wasn't going to happen.
And Danny is darn near a prerequisite for the Lakers to get Kawhi.
I got it.
And so Kawhi would not string Danny along. You know what I mean? Like mess around with Danny's career. Because Danny's sitting there anxious, eager to sign with somebody. So
he's stringing him along for 6
No, but I'm saying he's not doing it on purpose. I think he's really trying to soul search and really figuring it. And that's what I'm being told too. Here's the thing. So as he soul searches, let's look at what he looks at. I think the first thing is, like I said, he's always wanted to play for the Lakers. When he requested the trade from the Spurs, first of all, it was the Lakers. It wasn't just send me to L.A. It was the Lakers.
It was the Lakers.
So he's always wanted to play with them. Secondly, we know he wants to keep winning. That's all he's known is winning. With the Spurs, with the with the Raptors, he doesn't want to go somewhere and not do that.
So Freudian slip there with the Clippers, but go ahead.
I think the best chance for him, while the Clippers would be good and a contender, the Raptors would be a contender, the best place for him to win multiple championships going forward is obviously the Lakers.
Is multiple more than one? Okay.
The other thing, his health. Right? The best place for him to stay healthy long term, because you don't have to carry the load the whole time, is the Lakers. Money. And this is just the unfortunate thing for the Raptors. We talk about he can get $50 million more if he stays with the Toronto. That's largely, most of that money is in that fifth year that you can't get from the Lakers, right? But let's think about it. Kawhi, if he stays healthy, that fifth year in Toronto would just be the first year of another max deal. And so he'll make up that money in that year.
Make it up.
So if you just look at the next 4 years, there was an article in Forbes on this. If you just look at the next 4 years, believe it or not, he will make $11 million more by playing with the Lakers because of the taxes in Canada.
Okay.
And he's a resident of California.
The Canada taxes are awful.
Right.
But the worst in America, in state, is California.
Yeah.
Okay, so it kind of evens out a little bit.
Well, but like I said, Forbes says he would make $11 million more over the next 4 years.
Plus, guess what? He does 2 years. All he has to do is get to that 10-year max. Then he'll be a max player. He can get the super max.
Well, he can only get the super max if he stays with Toronto.
Super max. Well, it's okay. So
because you have to be with a team. You have to be with a team that you were traded to, or you can't leave as a free agent.
Okay, so you know what? Instead of 254, we'll take 205. I mean, come on.
He's gonna get Skip. And then look, lifestyle, of course.
Yeah, lifestyle.
Now here's the other thing, and I know there's conflicting reports out there. Whether does he want to take a short-term deal with the Raptors? The last thing I was told, again, after the meeting with the Raptors, is that he is looking at either a 4-year deal with the Lakers or 5 years with the Raptors because of the concern, just his his health history. So long-term deal, to me, supports the Lakers because we know he doesn't really want to be in Canada for the next 4 or 5 years.
And the weather, Skip. I mean, sunny, 70, 80 degrees every day. Palm trees.
I wouldn't go 80 every day because we've had a long run of like 58 here, right?
That's unusual.
Yes, unusual.
Oh, okay.
I mean, serene. I mean, he got this nice place in San Diego.
Beautiful place.
Beautiful. 13 million. I saw it.
His girlfriend.
I put it up on Zillow. I was like, wow, Kawhi.
It's like a resort.
You put it up?
I pulled it up on Zillow.
Oh, you pulled it up. I thought you said you put it up.
No, I pulled it. I put nothing down. I got 1 month rich in that place.
But he can't live there and practice.
We got a helicopter.
Facility, right?
We got a helicopter.
I mean, theoretically, I guess if he really wanted to, but I think he'd live in L.A. or close.
Helicopter.
He'll be able to
Because
afford
Newport
whatever he
Beach
wants.
is a ways.
Yeah, and Kobe, and how did Kobe get to practice in El Segundo every day? Chopper it in.
He choppered
That's what
the
we gonna do.
Staples, yeah.
That's what we gonna do.
Okay. Now you're a we with him.
Genie Bus already got this mapped out. Already got a service.
Okay.
Yeah.
So why Mr. Broussard would, number two, suddenly pick up and fly all the way back to Toronto to take this meeting? Why wouldn't the meetings happen in L.A. where all the other meetings
He went back to get his belongings.
I would say two things. I think that is a
Yeah,
possibility.
he coming to get everything
Number
and put it
one.
on him. Bye.
Number two, I think respect. You know, he had a great experience with that organization. And the third thing, Drake. Like Drake, I don't know if it was all one big meeting or if it was he met with Masai Ujiri and his team and then met with Drake. Obviously, it's connected. But Drake, I'm told, had this huge presentation. He would make him part of OVO, his record label.
There's another 50 mil right there.
Snoop Dogg.
Huh?
Ice Cube.
Am I right?
Yeah, Snoop. I guess he knows Snoop pretty well.
Ice Cube.
So
Magic.
they got plenty of guys in L.A. that
Snoop
can help
posted
out.
a video.
Yeah.
I saw that.
Yeah.
Magic. Hey,
Sang a song.
you want a
I
Starbucks?
bet you, knowing how he knows Snoop, and obviously Snoop is a legendary rapper, but particularly in L.A., I bet that touched Kawhi. Snoop's little song. Don't you think? I mean, honestly,
Maybe.
that probably touched
wanna do
him.
more?
They bonded a little bit when Snoop performed
Yeah.
up there. Didn't he wear a jersey, his jersey?
We got, hold on.
Yeah.
You want to be in the entertainment business? Is that what you want? Because we can reach out. We can make a call to DiCaprio. Yeah, we can make a call. Denzel, Samuel L. Is that what you want? What do you want to do? Kawhi, what do you want to do? How do you want to be remembered? Because the Pantheon greats, the one name, and you got one name, Kawhi. Kawhi, Kobe, Shaq, Kareem, Magic, Logo, Elgin, Braun. Stop playing Skip. It's a done deal.
It's a done deal? Wait. What are you now? 96. What are you up to? Done deal would be 100.
We got it.
Are you 100?
Now, let me say this. I will say this. Earlier in the week, when I was in the 90s, the Lakers were a lot more confident. There was a lot of certainty
You were in the 90s
within the
on
Lakers. Yeah.
Tuesday.
Monday, Tuesday?
But yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
But the Lakers were a lot more confident too. I'm not saying they don't think they're getting him, but they know it's a
It's good when you live.
possibility.
Listen, I don't know how you do it, but like again, back to the relationship. When you break up with somebody, you got to go get your stuff. You got to get your belongings because you know if you send them to you, they might be Clorox, they might be something done damaged. So let me go get my belongings, get my clothes, get my toothbrush, all my stuff, and bring it back. He had to go to Toronto.
Do you live at her house?
I've been saying,
Well, I don't get it.
I mean, you have some stuff over there. She has some stuff at yours. She come gets her stuff. You go get your thing. And thank you. We had a great run. It ended. Sorry. That's how you do it, Skip, baby. That's how you do things. People don't do that anymore. See, email has been I hate email. I hate text
We're
message.
past email. We're to text message.
I hate that too.
fax machine. I hate fax
But
machine.
you never got email.
I don't have email. I don't need no email. Call me.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, break up man to man, right? Man to woman.
That's it, Skip. I mean, whatever happened to that? Why we can't be sensible?
Yeah. It doesn't make sense to me that he flew all the way back there. I just never could get it. I thought that was game over. And then we had
Raptors.
Well, we had
Well, there are
reports.
those that think that.
Yeah. Jalen Rose said 99. Frank Isola said 99.9 yesterday. Rick Bucher, who we're going to have on here in just a few minutes, thought 2 days ago it was Toronto. Okay.
No, it's close. It is close between those two.
What was the percentage of those guys that said Kawhi didn't want to play with LeBron? That was 99.92, huh? And now all of a sudden,
There was a lot of talk about that.
he didn't want to play with LeBron. He wanted to play against LeBron. And lo and behold, something happened. Did the Lakers trade LeBron? Because if he were to come to Los Angeles, he's going to have to play alongside LeBron. The guy that nobody wanted to play with LeBron.
Okay, but our man Chris Broussard tweeted yesterday that he was still soul-searching about the fit with the other
He
two.
doesn't want to take a step back.
Okay.
He does not want to take a step back. And LeBron has talked to them about, because he met with LeBron by himself, and then he met with LeBron and AD. So they've all talked about it. LeBron is saying, I'm going to be the point guard. Not the point forward like he has throughout his career, the point guard. Which I love. I think LeBron should do that.
I agree.
But that's what he's saying. And those two guys would be the first two scoring options. And LeBron's still going to get 20
How
something.
does AD feel about that?
Well, I don't know who would be. I'm sure they wouldn't have a pecking order.
Tattoo.
You know what it could be like? It would be more like the Boston Celtics big three, with Ray Allen, Kevin Garnett, and Paul Pierce, where they all played different roles.
But it's different because here's the situation here. Paul Pierce was an original Celtic. Garnett, Ray Allen came in. In this big three, everybody is an import. Steph, Clay, they were there. KD came in.
Who's been here the longest?
Oh, we're going to talk about 1 year. Stop.
Well, who has been?
You're going to talk about 1 year. The guy got 1 year seniority skip, really?
And it was kind of an ugly year.
Oh, my God.
It's forgettable, right?
Thank you for watching. You can subscribe here to get the latest from the show, and be sure to check out more of the best clips from Undisputed, or go watch a few other segments from our other shows on FS1.